Welcome to ACIM Talks, and we're right in the thick of the holiday season with Hanukkah just passing, and now we got the Christmas and the Kwanzaa and the New Year's. Man, we should be celebrating out of our gourd over the next couple of weeks. And yet, I guess we've been around the blocks here in the illusion a few times to say a lot of opportunities for cheer, a lot of opportunities for celebration, but there seem to be things that can diminish those opportunities. And we're finding out as Course in Miracles people that all the things that diminish celebration, opportunities for joy, can be put in one bucket, one category: illusions. And so I don't know if that's I ramble on. Did I first say happy holidays now that we're recording so that our wider audience hears us with this greeting? But anything y'all want to say? I was drifting somewhere, but comments from you tonight? Anybody?
Well, I'll just throw in there. I was on another group reflections this morning, and we talked. Of course, this morning we talked about joy, and that joy is an inside job. It
Yeah.
comes from the inside. Like I said, it has nothing to do with what's going on
Yeah.
outside of us.
And that was what your unity group?
Yeah, that's the yeah. With
Yeah.
Reverend Cindy, we are reading the well, everybody here's in unity. It had was
Through the
today's
12 hours.
reading from the with with Love at Christmas, the Advent book for
Yes.
Christmas. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Again, there's from a Course in Miracles perspective, uh, it's an inside job because we're vigilant in our minds against things that can steal joy.
Mhm.
We don't entertain things that steal joy anymore because if we're Course people, I know it sounds incredible, but they're not, they're illusions. And so it's our thinking that can keep us in that joyful, celebratory type of place. Thanks, Debbie. I'm going to see if I can use that to stretch into starting our agenda tonight. And according to A Course in Miracles, we're in our Oracle text reading tonight. We're in chapter 23, and we're continuing our study of section 2, remember, called The Laws of Chaos. And we had completed the laws as Jesus presented them, and he was in the midst of summarizing this section where we left off. We are to start tonight on page 493 at the top of the page at paragraph 15. but I thought it would be helpful to just kind of recap where we are. And I just tried to quickly put that on a handout or a little something. Can y'all see that okay? It says, no, you can't.
I can't see
Five
it.
laws of chaos. And Joni, you'll be listening, right?
Right.
Okay. Just as a reminder, here are the five laws of chaos, kind of in my words, or roughly close to how Jesus presents it. The laws of chaos, number one, that the truth is different for everyone. Chaotic law, number two, that mistakes or errors or sin calls for punishment. Chaotic law three, that God thinks the way we do. Chaotic law four, possession. We believe that we have what we have taken. Chaotic law five, that there is a substitute for love, that love is possible in separation. Am I jogging your memory about the laws of chaos?
Yes.
Okay. What are your thoughts? The truth is different for everyone. Now that we're looking at it, that rings crazy now, doesn't it? Okay. Number two, that mistakes call for punishment. What does the course say mistakes are a call for? Starts with an L.
Love.
Okay. Okay. So, as counterintuitive as it is, the course says the truth is that sin or errors or mistakes are people calling for love, or an errant looking flower or animal. It's a call. Why are they that way? It's a call for love. It's hard to believe at first, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Number three, the most arrogant of all, we assume God thinks the way we do. We think God loves you when you're good or error free or mistake proof, you're good. But when you make an error, he hates you. He's going to send you to hell. We assume that God thinks the way that we do. We love and we also hate, depending on the situation. Making sense, or you disagree? Four, that we have what we have taken. The only problem is if we're all one, anything we take, we're taken from ourselves to give to ourselves. Is that ludicrous, insane, Now that we're talking about it, thinking about it, what are your thoughts? If we're all one, who can we take from? Save yourself. That's insane behavior when you if you look at it, right? 5. That's only if we're all one. If it's true we're separate, then okay, if we're separate, if we're all one, how can you find love by finding the special one? So you're not talking very much. How should I interpret that?
Okay, you know me, I'll say something.
Well, I sure hope so. My goodness, y'all gonna leave me hanging out there?
I'm thinking we're either all separate or we're all one. And that's really the only question.
Okay, and that question, the answer to that question answers everything else, doesn't it?
Yes.
And that is ultimately the fundamental decision that we must make. And then live our lives accordingly. It says it's a better life if we're all one. And that everything belongs to you. I'll stop there, but I just wanted to jog our memory before we get back into this very, very deep discussion, because it moves like a slippery slope. I think Jesus is going to call it the descent to hell. If you believe these things, the world looks real to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you believe these things, you're insane. Because you're operating off of insane principles, right? The only reason they don't look insane is because you believe them. You give them power. You make them live through the way that we think, because thoughts have power. I have no neutral thoughts, right? So every thought along this system manifests and reflects back in our world. Now, maybe this whole thing is crazy, but Jesus makes a good case for it, doesn't he? You ready to read tonight?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
All right. We are on page 493, and we're going to start at the top. It's paragraph 15. And our readers, I have Debbie as reader 1. Joan, are you reading?
Yes.
Okay, that's reader 2. Kathleen, you reading?
Not tonight.
All righty. So we'll have Ron as reader 3, and I'll be reader 4. It's deep. Go ahead. Go ahead, Debbie.
Okay. These do not seem to be the goals of chaos, for by the great reversal, they appear to be the laws of order. How could it not be so? Chaos is lawlessness and has no laws. To be believed, its seeming laws must be perceived as real. Their goal of madness must be seen as sanity, and fear with ashen lips and sightless eyes, blinded and terrible to look upon, is lifted to the throne of love, its dying conqueror, its substitute, the Savior from salvation. How lovely do the laws of fear make death appear. Give thanks unto the hero on love's throne who saved the Son of God for fear and death.
Right.
Oh.
So it's only one paragraph, but don't you think there's enough there to? So, what are your comments and questions? Like, what is the great reversal? Do you see it in the first sentence? These do not seem to be the goals of chaos, for by the great reversal, they appear to be the laws of order.
I
And
think
I
it's the
just,
way,
yes,
I think it's our interpretation and it's our false interpretation that we believe that they are laws of order. In reality, they are laws of chaos. And only, and in that moment, we're not seeing it as chaos because we're not functioning out of the oneness. We're functioning out of egoism.
thank you. Again, I'm always telling you, quoting Sadhguru, who says, you know, all the inmates in the insane asylum think the doctor's crazy. Yeah. I mean, it's plain as day to them that the doctor's crazy. Why? Because they believe in their reality that the truth is different for everyone, that sin calls for punishment or error calls for punishment. Let me ask you this. Who doesn't watch the news and stuff and see, I don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer or name somebody that massacred a bunch of people, right? What is the right thing to do to that person? What is it? What should be done? And I think if most of us were honest in our hearts, we hate that person. We think they should, don't, right? That's normal. That's a normal reaction, isn't it? And here's somebody saying, no.
We at least, sorry,
Go
we at
ahead.
least want to be separate from them. That's why they need to be incarcerated.
Okay.
We don't want them around.
Put them away so
Yeah,
all will be love.
yeah.
We need to get rid of the criminals so we can all be happy.
Uh,
Did you have a comment or question just now?
Well, I'm learning to, when I see that and all of that going on, I'm learning to look for the light within them.
yeah.
I'm learning to see the goodness, to know that there's goodness in them. I'm
Yeah.
learning that we're on this earth plane called Earth School to learn lessons. And sometimes there has to be a villain so that we can learn the lesson. So, in essence, I don't agree. What they say will make me, in my humanness, sick, but in another essence, I have to say they're playing their role well, you know?
And
But it's all part of the illusion. It's all part of the illusion to bring us to learn our lesson so that we may evolve we may remember the oneness and live in the oneness.
but that was a slippery slope, Kathleen, from your willingness to consider another reality other than the one the world was teaching. And it has taught and continues to teach that mistakes call for punishment. So you see, Kathleen was willing to think outside the box. Do you agree, Kathleen?
Yep.
And that one bit of willingness sent her on a different slippery slope of other considerations of the meaning of these things. But if she was closed off on only what she was taught, or generally taught and accepted, she'd see things, it's 180 degrees difference in how you see, isn't it? Are you saying mistakes do not call for punishment? You saying, yeah, that's not what the problem is.
Right. Right.
The call for love. So if
Right.
they're calling for love and you've been offering punishment, how could that solution ever work? I never even thought about that before. You? Okay. Anything else in that first paragraph that you're seeing? This great reversal is that we've been taught 180 degrees from the truth. Not a little bit off, but upside down. And the original flip was, are we one, or do we have separate heavens where we can go off into our own little world and our own little heavens and just have things just for us? And we say, yeah, that's cool. All right. I love you, brother, but, don't step on my turf because we're separate. You see? Change everything, right? Shall we continue? You want to do another paragraph, Debbie, please? Oh,
Okay, there we go. Okay.
already.
And yet, how can it be that laws like these can be believed? There is a strange device that makes it possible. Nor is it unfamiliar. We have seen how it appears to functions many times before. In truth, it does not function, yet in dreams, where only shadows play the major roles, it seems most powerful. No law of chaos could compel belief, but for the emphasis on form and disregard of content. No one who thinks that one of these laws is true sees what it says. Some forms it takes seem to have meaning, and that is all.
Okay. Joan, do 17, would you?
Okay. How can some forms of murder not mean death? Can an attack in any form be love? What form of condemnation is a blessing? Who makes his Savior powerless and finds salvation? Let not the form of the attack on him deceive you. You cannot seek to harm him and be saved. Who can find safety from attack by turning on himself? How can it matter what the form this madness takes? It is a judgment that defeats itself, condemning what it says it wants to say. Be not deceived when madness takes a form you think is lovely. What is intent on your destruction is not your friend.
All right, so we got another two lofty paragraphs in. See, we deep into it in this one, don't you agree?
Mhm.
Okay. Um, let's look at 16. What is this thing, form versus content? Do you see Jesus talking about form? It says, there is a strange device that makes it possible. Makes what possible? It. What is it? The laws of chaos possible. You agree?
Yes.
Okay. There is a strange device that makes the laws of chaos possible, nor is this device unfamiliar. We have seen how this device appears to function many times before. In truth, it does not function because it too, the device, is an illusion. Yet in dreams where only shadows play the major role, this device seems most possible. No law of chaos could compel belief but for the emphasis on form and disregard of content. What's a device? Has he told us yet what this device is? It's not unfamiliar, and we've seen this device function many times before. What is the device? We focus on form instead of content. Okay? Can a small murder be more murderous than a big murder? We say yes. Okay, we lose so many soldiers in Vietnam, but we see death on the news every day. It's no big deal. Isn't that seeing, making the form? Is a devil with eight pitchforks more powerful than the devil with one pitchfork? If you see a devil, the form, he has eight pitchforks versus one where the devil has one pitchfork, you'll say, oh, I like the one with one pitchfork. Yes or no?
Well, it's learning when you look at all of this, looking at all of this and saying, looking at all of this and saying this is a device to keep us separate. Doesn't matter what the device is, doesn't matter if it's 10 people or 30 people that are murdered. It's a device in thinking that keeps us separate from the oneness.
Okay.
It's that separation. And it has no, well, I'm in a place where words have no meaning. They no longer have meaning because if you look beyond the words, that's where the vibration of the oneness is. So the words can be whatever they are, but the words are there to
To
I
separate.
don't, pardon what?
The language you learn, the words you learn are separators. They
Yes.
separate a tree from
Yep.
a chair from a star. They separate.
Right.
They are part of a separation world.
Right.
Makes sense in the
Right.
separated world, but will make no sense at all when you're all one.
That exactly. They have no value.
Mhm.
So let's again, though, Kathleen, Deb, you had a comment.
Well, actually, I have a question.
Sure.
So, does the criminal, like let's say Jeffrey Dahmer, does he believe in separation?
I don't know.
I'm just a question.
Is
Yeah,
that irrelevant?
Yeah, it doesn't
probably, but yeah, I guess, but it affects, yeah. But I guess just because somebody else might believe in
Right.
separation
Okay.
doesn't mean
He
that we should
believes in
believe in
an
it at
illusion.
all, right? Hmm.
Does that make it true if he believes in an illusion versus
no, an illusion
No,
is an
I think that's
illusion.
what Kathleen is
an
saying is no, it doesn't.
illusion?
Okay.
All right. So, but
Yeah.
here's the point. The device is we've been taught to focus on the form.
Yeah.
We, in God, Russia and who? Ukraine.
Ukraine.
All right. So, no, that's not a good one. All right. We send troops to Iraq. All right. We send troops to Iraq and murder a bunch of terrorists, right? We clap hands for that, right?
No, we don't.
Who said no, you don't?
No, I don't. I don't. Murder is murder.
That's the point, Kathleen. But let me show you what other people believe
Oh,
that even gain
oh
the
yeah. Oh
insight.
yeah,
And
that's where
I
the
want
laws of
you to tell me, do you see the laws of chaos in operation, even though they may not be operating in us?
oh yeah. Yeah. So the role for us is to demonstrate. The role for us is to vibrate at a higher vibration and hopefully as we practice what we're practicing, we will bring other people into a higher vibration.
And that is the promise of A Course in Miracles.
Exactly.
We promote, recruit teachers of God. This is how the world will be saved. Simply by offering people another way,
Exactly.
a different way of seeing things and operating from that. Now, that fifth law of chaos was a substitute for love. If you're looking for love in one person, but not everyone, it can't work
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
not love. That's a substitute love. Now,
Yeah.
it is not beyond repair. The Holy Spirit can work if the two partners are willing, but what they're working for here, I found my love and we went off to the sunset and left all you other suckers behind. We don't need you. We just need each other. Me and my love. How could that be a love? That's not love. That's a substitute love. if that's the attitude of the partners, you see. So focusing on the form of something, murder is murder, attack is attack. The truth is the same, no matter what the form. Now, are you seeing a reason to live from non attack?
Okay. I thought of something, you'll tell me if it's relevant or not, but when you were talking about, I love, and the world loves that. It's like, all I want for Christmas is you. You know, that one, that
Yeah.
person that I think
Yes.
is going to change my life. And there's got to be, I'm sure I can think of at least 6 other songs that are like seasonal songs.
Yes. How about God Bless America?
Oh yeah.
Can you think of anyone who wouldn't think that's get up and stand? This is great. That's what being a patriot is.
Mhm.
We should be cosmic citizens.
Mm-hmm.
That should be our perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Not a citizen of the US or of Russia or of Italy or of Great Britain. Do you see how the whole system is based on chaotic laws? So I just wanted to emphasize, man, I mean, Jesus seems to have the, I mean, I never really considered it before, but this dude is right. So let's continue reading and see what he says. We got a little bit more. Was there anything in 16? No, we read 16 and 17, did we not?
Right.
Okay. Finishing up with 17, and I'll start at sentence 9. It is a judgment that defeats itself, condemning what it says it wants to save. The judgment of being separate defeats your search to find out what you are. It is a judgment that defeats itself, condemning what it says it wants to save. So if you attack your brother, you're condemning what you're looking for, because that is you. Man. Okay. Let's go on to 18, my friends. I'm getting too wound up here. Ron, it's your turn, isn't it?
Um, I think there's another one that Joan can read.
Oh,
I
all
think
right.
I think she's
Joe,
only read one,
that one?
if she's willing to read two.
Oh, thanks, Ron. 18,
Sure.
Joe. Oh, Joan, did you hear us?
Do you
Which,
want me to read it?
yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
18. Okay. You would maintain and think it true that you do not believe these senseless laws, nor act upon them. And when you look at what they say, they cannot be believed. Brother, you do believe them. For how else could you perceive the form they take with content such as this? Can any form of this be tenable? Yet you believe them for the form they take and do not recognize the content. It never changes. Can you paint rosy lips upon a skeleton, dress it in loveliness, pet it and pamper it, and make it live? And can you be content with an illusion that you are living? Oh, wow, that last sentence.
Ron, we're at 19 now, okay?
Yes. There is no life outside of heaven. Where God created life, there life must be. In any state apart from heaven, life is illusion. At best, it seems like life, at worst, like death. Yet both are judgments on what is not life, equal to their inaccuracy and lack of meaning. Life not in heaven is impossible, and what is not in heaven is not anywhere. Outside of heaven, only the conflict of illusion stands, senseless, impossible, and beyond all reason, and yet perceived as an eternal barrier to heaven. Illusions are but forms. Their content is never true.
Thank you.
One more?
Sure.
Okay. The laws of chaos govern all illusions. Their forms conflict, making it seem quite possible to value some above others. Yet each one rests as surely on the belief the laws of chaos are the laws of order, as do the others. Each one upholds these laws, completely offering a certain witness that these laws are true. The seeming gentler forms of the attack are no less certain in their witnessing or their results. Certain it is illusions will bring fear because of the beliefs that they imply, not for their form. And lack of faith and love in any form attests to chaos as reality. Wow.
Yeah. So what you read what you read? 18 and 19? No,
19 and 20.
Whew. Comments, my trusted friends. What do you think?
Basically, what it's saying is if you're not living in the vibration of love 24 hours a day, then you're living in then you are part of the illusion, which is part of the separation.
Wonderful, Miss Erickson. You guys turn with me real quick to lesson 52 in the workbook for students. I was very impressed by this when I first read it. I was shocked. Lesson 52, it's on page 84 in the workbook for students. It says, reality is never frightening. It is impossible that reality could upset me. Reality brings only perfect peace. So when I am upset, it is always because I have replaced reality with laws of chaos that I made up, with nonsense, with insanity, with things that don't meet the criteria of reason. They only work sometimes. They only appear to work sometimes. Love is only for the special few. It's only a special couples seem to make it work. That's what love is. It's hard to find, isn't it? 1 in a million can find it, right? That's what love is. You see? Never think it. That's not love. That's a substitute love. And now we pull back the curtain, right? With the wizard and the control. Anyhow, my mind wandered, but do you see the consistency? Now, you've all read this lesson, haven't you? You've been through the course. But yeah, I love its consistency. Back to our chapter 23. We were looking at, I guess, 19 and 20, and it's a pretty dogmatic message. It says, there is no life outside heaven. Any state where you think something is not perfect joy is because you accepted a law of chaos. Other comments? We want to finish this. Yes, dear.
All right. I'm thinking that almost the opposite is true too, because when we talk about like stuff like love, when we think it's perfect, because this situation seems perfect, then that's an illusion too.
Correct. Okay.
Exactly.
A happy
It's
love
opposite.
affair and a miserable love affair are both illusions. It can't be situational. One form of love is better than another form of love. I'm delusional. Love has no degrees, no carve outs, no differences. Love is like itself when?
All the
All
time.
the time.
So if love isn't like itself all the time in your life, I'm telling you why. Because we believe in illusions. We believe in laws that make no sense.
Right.
You see why I thought this was an important section. I think when we started out, I kind of put it on my top 5. And chapter 19, that section on the obstacles to peace, were some of the deepest sections to me, as I've studied this book over the years. So I hope you appreciate the great reversal that's being asked of you in your minds. I'm the next reader, right? I'm going to
Yes.
start at 21. Does that make sense? Is that a good place? Am I in the right place?
Yes.
All right. Paragraph 21. The belief in sin, the faith in chaos must follow. I'm sorry. From the belief in sin, the faith in chaos must follow. It is because it follows that it seems to be a logical conclusion, a valid step in ordered thought. The steps to chaos do follow neatly from their starting point. Each is a different form in the progression of truth's reversal, leading still deeper into terror and away from truth. think not one step is smaller than another, nor that return from one is easier? The whole descent from heaven lies in each of these laws. And where your thinking starts, there it must end. There what must end?
You're thinking.
Ah,
You're thinking.
belief in the laws of chaos. Your thinking that the laws of chaos are true are making a chaotic world. Does that make sense to you?
Exactly.
Understand the power of thought, which we didn't pay much attention to. How many times since you've grown up have you seen shows on the power of thought? Occasionally, right? But you don't see it like on the cartoons where these little characters were beating people over the head, and then remember the Three Stooges, and they'd slap, slap, slap. So, oh, Three Stooges attacks, that's okay. But a murder or a massacre, that's different. Kathleen?
Yeah, I no, it's it what is what is what is. It's not, there is no degree of one is better or not. It's all the same. It's it's not, it's everything.
Yeah.
That's the word, everything. Everything that we think, everything that we believe is it's everything. It's not, it's like, yeah, it's just learning for me, it's learning to vibrate in the oneness. Being part of the vibrational source. You still can function in this world, but if you vibrate from the vibrational source, and we don't know exactly what that is, other than we know that it is the place that we function from. So that we don't take in the chaos. We can see the chaos, but we don't take it in. We don't live in the vibration of chaos. We live in the vibration of source. We live in the vibration of oneness, whatever you want to call it.
So,
And that's what Jesus did when he walked this earth, is he didn't live in the vibration of this earth plane. He lived in the vibration of oneness,
he,
however you want to call it.
he was in it, but not of it.
Right.
And that is the way we're being taught to live and teach as teachers of God. And
Right.
it's
Right.
entirely possible to live in this world that way if you stop being afraid to try it.
Exactly. Yeah. And also if you learn to recognize the cunningness, the slyness, the that, whether you call it ego or whatever force you want to call it, it's like, it's like, okay, it's just accepting that this all isn't true. This is just a story that I'm in, and I don't have to buy into it. I can allow myself to vibrate in a different, in the one, I'm saying oneness, but to vibrate with source and know that I am source. I'm not anything other than source, and all this other stuff is just an illusion.
Now, let me put the practical spin on what Kathleen's saying. Thank you. Entirely true, I believe. So, I'm a resident in the insane asylum. And the doctor comes in, and I'm telling my buddies later, the doctor came in and saw me today, and he said he was really reaching out because he wanted to help me. And he said, here's what the problem is. And he told me some crazy stuff. I ain't listening to that bull. So I wish I could get better, but the Savior, what he told me was bull. But I want to get better. But I ain't listening to that bull. Insane, right? How do you get through to that?
Yep.
Well, that is our task, ladies and gentlemen. Can I do the last paragraph here? Okay.
Sure.
Or wrap it up. Jesus says, brother, take not one step in the descent to hell. For having taken one, you will not recognize the rest for what they are, and they will follow. Attack in any form has placed your foot upon the twisted stairway that leads from heaven. Yet any instant it is possible to have all this undone. How can you know whether you chose the stairs to heaven or the way to hell? Quite easily. How do you feel? Is peace in your awareness? Are you certain which way you go? And are you sure the goal of heaven can be reached? If not, you walk alone. Ask then your capital F friend to join with you and give you certainty of where you go. You don't have to guess. You don't have to trial and error where the doorways are. You don't have to be cautious about the stones that may block your way, or that you've taken a crooked road instead of a straight road. Maybe you'll still get there, but why have your feet bruised along the way and your head swollen from being hard-headed and bruised, when there's one within you that knows the way to salvation? Salvation is a promise made to you by God that you would find your way to Him at last. Something about it, it cannot but help to be. So why do you continue to fight? The outcome is inevitable, but you do have a choice in how you get to the outcome. You can do it the easy way, or you can be hard-headed like your ego. This was worth covering, don't you think? The laws of chaos
Oh, yeah, definitely.
would seem to change it to be a game changer. So I appreciate you being here with me tonight. We're not going to get into the next section, if that's okay with you, but we will, let's see. Heck, it'll be in 2026 because next week we're in Unity and ACIM on the. We will meet next Monday,
Okay.
and we'll be in the Unity and ACIM book.
Okay.
I hope that I guess our gift to you is enormous insight that should help you in every aspect of your life. So I can't
So,
think of anything better. Who had a comment there?
no, I just have a question about the music and meditation. Am I safe to assume that we're not meeting for the next 2
Yeah,
Wednesdays?
yeah,
Okay.
that's correct, Kathleen. So
Okay. Thank you.
January 7th is
7th. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's what I thought.
all right. So did you have a good time or what? How do I want to close on a bright note if possible?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
great to be back. Yeah.
Ah,
I was just gonna,
great
well,
to have
you know
you
me, I
back.
gotta end with a question. Am I willing to ask the question, how does this make me feel?
Okay.
And then you can,
Reality is never frightening.
hmm,
How do you feel?
yeah,
If you're afraid in any way,
no,
an illusion is encroaching on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's,
You have to try and kill it because then you become an illusion through attack.
Mm-hmm.
Do not entertain it. Just bless it and let it on through.
let it go. Yeah.
I am not like that anymore. I don't go for the fakes. And see if it actually works in level 2. I'm witnessing it does work, and your life becomes so much better. Y'all have a good holiday.
Sure.
Let's do a quick check-in with our family discussion period, and stay with me for a few minutes if you can for that. Anything else from you?
Nope.
No,
Right. Well,
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks, Jen.
It's
Thank
good to be
you
back.
so much.
see you next time.